and welcome to the Whippy Public Library's Great Create program. I'm Rachel, and today we are doing leaf press pictures. So they're going to kind of end up looking like this. What I love about this craft is it's super easy and we can get really creative with it. So to do this, you're going to need three things. You're going to need some paper. White paper is best. You want it to be a really light canvas. You're going to need some markers, and we want all the markers we're using to be newer markers. If you scribble and it doesn't come out really clear, the color, you don't want to use that one. We want really clear colors. And you need some leaves. So the first thing you're actually going to have to do is go outside and pick some leaves off of trees. Now you're going to want to grab them just below your stem and go to a bunch of different trees so you can get all different shapes, and that way we're not taking too much from one tree and we're not going to hurt it. So go outside, look for really interesting shapes in the leaves and pick them up, cut them off, and bring them inside. Once you've had some good leaves you found, then we can get started. And if there's no fun leaves in your backyard, you can always go for a walk with mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, whoever you have with you, and pick some leaves on the way. Once you're all back, then it's ready to get started. All right, so here we are. We've got our leaves, we've got our markers, we are ready to go. So for this to work, we're gonna pick a leaf and we're gonna pick up a marker. I'm gonna use green. What you really need to do is color in your leaf, and then we're gonna flip them over and press them into the paper to make a picture. Now you want your leaf to still be wet when you're pressing it in, so don't color it in and then set them aside. You've gotta color them in pretty quickly, don't rush, and then press them in. So I'm gonna use this side because it's got some fun lumps and bumps. I'm going to use a green marker because I'm gonna make a picture and I want this to be my grass. So we're gonna just start by coloring in our leaf. Now you can use whatever colors you want. You can color them in rainbow, you can color them in pinks and blues, and it does not matter. You're making your own art. So I'm gonna make a picture out of leaves. You don't have to do that. You can just press leaves in and have fun and experiment. But my picture is gonna be some grass and some sun, and it's gonna be super fun. So I colored in my first leaf. It's still nice and wet, so I'm going to flip it over, and I'm gonna press it into my page because I want the colors to all come off the leaf and go onto my paper. So I'm even gonna just press like this. And after enough pressing, let's take a look. Ta-da! See how it shows up? It looks just like your leaf. Cool, right? Now I'm gonna do a couple more. And I want them to stay green, and since I already have this leaf on the go and it's already green, I'm gonna color it in some more. So I'm just going to put the green back. Now one thing is you can only use a leaf so many times, since leaves are not terribly strong and they break down pretty easily. After a couple of times picking them up and pressing them and picking them up and pressing them, you're going to notice that your leaf is starting to break and it's starting to get holes in it. That's when it's time to toss away that leaf and to use some more leaves. You can always go outside and grab different ones, different colors of leaves, different shapes of leaves, soft leaves, crunchy leaves. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? You know what? I'm loving this green and this color so much. I'm just gonna do one more, and already I see that my leaf is not having a good time. He wants to be done. So when I finish with this one, I'm gonna put this leaf away and I'm gonna use some new leaves because I don't think this guy can take much more. All right, we have colored in. We are flipping. We are pressing, and smoothing. Ta-da! Cool, right? All right, so this leaf's all done. I'm gonna put them away and I'm gonna pick a different leaf. I want this leaf, this long, long leaf. And I'm going to color in this leaf yellow because I want this leaf to kind of be like a sun. So using my markers, I'm going to color it in yellow. And yellow is a hard to see color on a leaf. You can see I'm coloring it in. You can barely tell that the yellow is there. But I can see it. And I'm going to color over here. And you know what? I think I'm going to mix colors. I'm going to add 2 colors to this leaf. So it's not going to just be yellow. So I've got my yellow on, and now I'm going to take an orange. And I'm also going to color in orange. Now the orange you can see a bit better. All right, now I'm going to put it up on the top because I want this to kind of be my sun. Then I'm going to press, 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 press. Pressing more, pressing more, pressing more. Trying to really get that color in there. All right, and ta-da! That's pretty. That looks like a sun. Now, I found this cool leaf outside with all these little leaves on it. So I'm going to pluck off a couple little leaves because I want to use those. And I'm going to color them in orange. Oops, I did not put the cap on my marker. That is not good. If you don't put the caps back on your markers, all your markers will dry out and then you can't use them. So I'm going to use this teeny tiny little leaf. Press it in. Cool, right? It just made the tiniest little thing. I'm going to do it again. It's kind of hard because this leaf is so tiny. Press it in. It should be looking like sunbeams on my sun. Ta-da! All right, I think that's enough sunbeams. And then I'm gonna put something here. And I want the something here to be big. So I'm gonna take the biggest leaf that I have and I'm gonna color this leaf in rainbow colors. So I'm gonna start with blue. And I'm going to color this section in blue, and I'm going to color this section up here in blue. Now this blue marker seems a little bit dry, so I'm going to steal another blue marker. Oops. And then I'm going to go with a dark blue. So we're going to do light blues, and we're going to do dark blues. I'm going to color in just random patches, the colors that I want. And then I'm gonna do purple, because I like purple. So we're coloring in purple, purple, purple. You know what, I'm gonna do some more purple down here. This is gonna be all purples and blues. And then this color is the wrong cap on it, but I think it's actually pink. So next we're gonna do a pink color. Up at the top, and finally I'm going to do a brown because I like brown down here at the bottom. Just make sure I'm coloring all the stems, all the bits I want, and then I'm going to flip it and we're going to press, 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 press. Making sure that we are getting in as much of our leaf as we possibly can. Oops. And I'm going to lift my hand up and I'm going to press some more just with my fingers. And then we're going to move it away. And ta-da! We've got a rainbow leaf. So I've got my grassy leaves, I've got my rainbow leaf. You know what, I'm going to put another grassy leaf and I'm gonna put it right, let's see, which leaf do I want? Here. And I want it to be green again. Because I like how the green looks. Now this leaf is curling as I use it. That's interesting. That's gonna look interesting when I push it down. Use as many different types of leaves as you can find. They'll all have cool patterns and they'll look really cool when you press them down. All right, I'm gonna press this guy down right over here. I'm gonna smooth them out and press him down. Ta-da! Another leaf. Now I have my leaves, I have my colorful leaf, I have my sun and my sky. I'm going to do one more leaf in the air. And then we're gonna add on and turn our leaves into some other stuff. So I'm using red here. I'm gonna color this leaf in nice and red, making sure to get the stem as well. Coloring, coloring, coloring. This is a really pretty red. It's nice and bright. It looks good on the leaf. Trying to get as many of the green parts as I can, but I still want it to be wet when I flip it over. And press! Press, 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 press. I'm sure you're going to be an expert at pressing down leaves by the time we're done this. All right. This guy is sticking nicely. We're going to pull it off. Ta-da! A nice red leaf. Now from here, I'm gonna do some drawing. So I'm gonna turn my red leaf into a red bird. So I'm gonna stick a head on him. I'm gonna stick a wing and another wing. Trying to color those in. I'm sure you're a much better artist than I am. Gonna stick a big eyeball. And then we're gonna give him a beak. And then we're gonna give him some feet. Ta-da! A bird. Just like that. We've got our very own flying bird through the picture. I'm gonna use some colors on my sun. Make it more sunbeam-like. I'm gonna do some clouds. Make more clouds like that. And I'm going to turn my, I'm gonna turn my colorful leaf down here into something. But what should I turn it into? I'm gonna turn it into a kitty cat. So I'm gonna put a head right here, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a smiley face, and then I'm gonna have paws. Paws, I'm gonna give him a tail, and he's gonna have little feet. Ta-da! I've got my grass, my kitty cat, my bird, my sun, and just like that, we have a leaf print picture. Isn't that cool? Now my favorite thing about leaf prints is they don't have to be a funky picture like this one. We can just do fun stuff with them and see what happens. So I'm going to take another piece of paper and some more leaves, and we're going to just do some fun stuff. Now I'm going to try, you can rip up your leaves, you can cut them up, you can do absolutely whatever you want. We want to be as creative as possible. I'm going to color this one in orange. And we're just experimenting at this point. So you can get wild and crazy and fun with your leaves. So I'm going to put down all that orange. And then I'm going to grab another orange. And I'm going to put down all that orange. And then I'm going to grab a pink. I'm going to put little stripes that are in pink. And then I'm going to grab red. We're going to do red polka dots. All right, now we're going to flip our leaf. We're going to press, 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 because we absolutely need to press. Press it right down and we'll see if I got my pink stripes and my red polka dots and my orange leaf and find out just what's happened here. Ta-da! Ooh! And look at all the colors. This one kind of looks like fire when you look at it. Isn't that neat? So I'm going to try one more thing, and then we're going to be done for now, or at least we'll be done with me, but you can keep experimenting and going as crazy as you'd like. So I'm going to color in a leaf. It's going to be blue, and I'm just going to color in the top part. And I'm going to use a couple blues, because I think when we use a couple colors, it looks really cool. Remember not to be too rough though, because your leaves can break easy. All right, and I'm going to try pressing this leaf down. And after it's done pressing, I'm going to drag it and see what happens. Ready? Drag. Okay, we've got a blue leaf and we got a little bit of streaking. And that's it. All right, guys, just like that, we are done. Thank you so much for joining me today to make our awesome leaf art and our leaf presses. Ta-da! Go show everyone, because these are so cool. And please go over to whitbylibrary.ca and check out our other online programs that we have available. We also have our live chat that you can talk with us through, and tons of fantastic new programs that we're going to be having coming out, all right? So look for all those. Can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.